Well, hello, boys and girls. It's when I feel like 8 o'clock. I'm Pearl of Wisdom, and you're listening to my NHL Pearls of Wisdom. Coming to you live from Helen's place, where I have to be quiet because it's a little late and I don't want to wake anybody up. I wasn't going to do it in the morning, but then I remembered there's afternoon games. We can't have you being unprepared for the afternoon games, can we, boys and girls? No, cannot. So I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to be whispering a little bit, taking it down a tad. We had, I should have wrote his name down. One fellow there down in the comment section, and please, Champion Lynn or something like that. He said, yeah, there should be a couple picks here, something like that. I think he was trying to say that I should do a couple, 2 or 3 picks with my videos here. And thank you, sir. We do all the picks with BPAL, though. Any picks that I do here are going to be leans. They're not actual picks and could definitely change in the morning. I may throw you a couple here. For the most part, what we're doing is getting you prepared, letting you know, kind of doing, I think I'm going to kind of do sort of what's going on with the teams and how that's going to affect their picks down the future and so on and so forth like that, especially with trade deadline and all of that going on. Oh, we have Jacob Puel. Jacob Puel has become a Patreon member. We love you, Jacob Puel. So we have Patreon Jacob Puel Pearls for you, my friend. I got, just before Helen went to bed, I got her to get the pearl machine going, and for about an hour. And we pulled out some, she got her little insignia thing where, and we got JP on each one of them. For you, my friend, our new Patreon subscriber. There we go. You got some. It's late. You're going to see them in the morning when you get up there. They're in your backyard. When you watch the video, actually, you know, you're going to be able to know that they're there because you're going to wake up in the morning. Jacob's going to wake up in the morning. He's going to be like, oh, I got Perlo today. And they're going to run to the computer. He's going to do the Perlo dance around the computer with his family, like everybody does. That's what we do when we get subscriptions. Everybody does the Perlo dance. And Capper's Companion, he did the Perlo dance in one of his videos. Go check him out. Capper's Companion. I love him. Great guy. Anyways, so because he's going to be able to watch it first thing in the morning when he gets up because he became a Patreon member. And you know what? Right now, it didn't even cost him anything. He subscribed, and then we reimbursed him the money right back. And then at the end of the month, if you don't like it, or anytime, you just don't add up. Now, if you go past that month, you just start on the $3, $7, $25 tier, whichever one you chose. By the way, I did a little bit of I did a parlay yesterday for my premium subscribers. And then I asked them to pick each one of them on the ML. I'm going to post it down here on the bottom because this is happening quite often. Anyways, the parlay hit, and if they would have bet, and I'm sure they bet every one of them on the ML, it would have been a lot of money. Quite a bit. A good paycheck, I would say. So let's get into some games here, and I'll throw a pick out here, one or two, but for the most part, I'm just looking at what's affecting the picks of these teams, and you can probably you might be able to get a lean out of it. First, we have the Capitals and New Jersey Devils. I gotta say, I'm not as bullish on this game as most people would think. You would think like the Capitals would be able to crush the New Jersey Devils here, but the Capitals have not looked very good. It seems like they're going to roll with Samsonov, which Holtby has been playing better, but I still feel more comfortable with Samsonov. And New Jersey's going to go with Blackwood. Blackwood has been playing very well. Another thing is the Caps just came off a road. No, sorry, that's not true. Never mind, I just said that. Oh, I know what was going on here. They're on a back-to-back, and they play Pittsburgh tomorrow. This is a game where the Capitals could be looking past New Jersey. As far as New Jersey is concerned, there's something to consider here. Trade deadline is this weekend. They have guys that are still looking, they're probably going to be moving out. One of them is probably Vatanen. They may hold him out for precautionary reasons, as they like to say, for the purpose of making sure that player doesn't get hurt for the team that they're trading to. Maybe Simpson, same thing. Simmons is another one that may have happened, may do that. Vatanen is one of their defensemen. So they would be short one of their forwards and one of the defensemen for this game, which makes it very interesting. Coming from a Capitals team that has not looked good lately, a New Jersey team who's coming off a win against San Jose and has looked better, but still inconsistent. The Jets versus the Flyers. This will be interesting when you go to when B-Pow releases it for your YouTube followers there. The Flyers are rolling right now. They got Carter Hart, who has looked very good since he's come back from his injury. Hollabaugh is rocking it. I really like the pickup of DeMello on their defense from the Jets, from Ottawa to the Jets. I think it was like a 3rd or 4th round pick. Very, very nice pickup. DeMello has been progressing very well since his time in San Jose, slowly but progressively becoming a very good player. I don't know if he's going to play in your top 4. I think he might reach that peak, though. It's been a slow progress. Anyways, it helps that Jets defense out a lot right now. That's been very injured. And of course, Bufflin, I just about forgot his name. Bufflin saying that they're basically cutting ties with Bufflin. It's been their only real problem is their defense. I imagine they still will try to add more, but they also got Cody Eakins from Vegas, and I think that's going to keep them give them a big lift, especially on this road trip that's been fairly long. Very difficult team to cap. Maybe what I'm saying might help you with your leans, but if you're going to wait till tomorrow, it's not going to be, it's be earlier because we have afternoon games tomorrow. So it'll be about 2 hours before like 9 o'clock in the morning or 11 o'clock Eastern or something like that. Yeah, somewhere around there, that he will release the video to tell you what our picks are. Pens versus the Sabres. This is one of my picks today. That I'm going to give you. Sabres have Hutton in net. The Penguins really surprised me. And Capper's Comparison again did a video on all the Cappers that he enjoys, which he mentioned several of them there. One of them being Brock Page. I don't mention him a lot here. From what I understand, he's very good. I don't have time to listen to everybody. And Brock puts his picks out late at a time that I'm not able to watch him very often. From what I understand, he's very good. He's got a Patreon himself. But he puts down each person's picks, and every one of the ones that he followed took Pittsburgh against Toronto. Anyways, my pick here, I believe they're playing Jari, and the Sabres are playing Hutton. The Sabres are one of those teams that there's a lot of people on edge. There's going to be a lot of players on edge about whether they're going to be traded or not or what have you. I see if there is a big trade, this trade deadline, I can see the Buffalo Sabres doing it. I'm going to take the Pens and on the puck line here. So there's one for you. There's there's a pick for you. There's one, Mr. I can't remember your name, who was saying I should do the odd pick. Canes versus the Leafs. Canes are coming off a back-to-back against the Rangers, which, by the way, was our premium pick, a dog pick at our Patreon, which we nailed. And we had the Rangers ML on that game. It's also just a little hint when I send it down there on the bottom. The Rangers game was part of my parlay that I put out for our premium subscribers yesterday. Leafs, the Leafs after that game can they keep on rolling like that? Sheldon Keefe, I don't know what he said, but he's piqued my interest as to just how great of a coach he may be. To see that radical turnaround, what he must have said in that room and how he must have talked to them, I don't know. But it was a radical turnaround in that game. The Canes are tired. Honestly, they didn't look great against the Rangers. They have to find a way to balance their offense and defense, the Canes. And I don't know. I don't know. I would think Brind'Amour would be able to do that. It just may be because they're a young team. And ever since Hamilton's been out, they haven't been quite great. But you can see what our picks are again tomorrow morning. Or if you're a Patreon member, right away probably. It's probably up right now. Habs versus Senators. Senators are very inconsistent, very young, have a lot of players that are just not used to playing this much. They're starting to trade away assets. They're probably going to be sitting some guys here. And the Habs coming off a big win off of Washington, which surprised the hell out of me. I watched that game. Washington couldn't pass the puck. They're doing that a lot this year. I mean, not a lot that they're losing lots of games, but they're losing more than they should because of that. Why did I talk about Washington? Oh, it was the Habs. What the heck? Oh, yeah, right. Because they beat the Washington. I'm getting a little tired. Okay, so anyways, it's going to be an interesting game. I think you're going to see a lot of trades happening here. Kovalchuk will probably be gone before Saturday. Both rooms are a little on edge, but I would say the Senators are more on edge. How that's going to reflect on the score, you'll just have to see our picks tomorrow. That's what you'll have to do. Or you can go and you know what I'm about to say. Sharks versus the Rangers. Rangers are playing 3-4. Now, here's something that I'd like to... What the heck's going on? Get out of here. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I just did there. Is that brighter? Oh, it's brighter. Look at that. I didn't know you could do that. Okay. Sharks are playing 3-4. Now, I've had letters and pawn letters, and I was going to read some letters today, but it's a little late, and I got to get to bed. About why I worry about three games in 4 nights or 4 games in 6 nights or whatever the case may be. It's just, you're tired. I don't know. A lot of people maybe haven't played the game before, but if you played a game of hockey, it's hard on the body, especially the way these NHL players play. You exert crap loads of energy and are drained at the end of a game. It's a good draining feeling, but at the end of 3 games in 4 nights, it's not a good draining feeling now. It's like literal exhaustion. And 2 games in 3 nights and then playing that 4th game is tough. Even against a Sharks team that's very injured and so on and so forth like that. As far as the Sharks are concerned, they have Couture is still out. Hurdle is out. Carlson's out for the rest of the year. I believe Kane is still suspended. Like a lot of their top players. Should be an interesting game. I think the Rangers are going to be rolling with Georgiev in net. Shesterkin played fantastic yesterday. It was basically the reason why I was big on that game for the Rangers, because I just love that kid. Love him. But you can get that pick tomorrow. Or you might be able to figure out the lean from what I just said. Tampa versus the Yotes. Yotes are playing 4-6. First game, in his first game back from a small road trip. Tampa's just rolling right now. Lost to the Golden Knights. Had that pick. Yes, I did. Had it in my, I think I missed the parlay on that one, but had it for my Patreon users and all of that. I was one of the few people that took Golden Knights in that game. I think you can figure this one out for yourselves, most of you. But if you can't, we'll give you the pick tomorrow. Jackets versus the Preds. Jackets are injured all to hell. Merzlikins hasn't been playing very well lately, but the Preds are on a back-to-back. They're probably rolling Salo, who looked like he was getting better, and then the last 2 games he hasn't looked great. Very difficult game to cap here. Is there any? I don't think the trade deadline is going to affect these guys at all. So you can get that. You can get those picks for tomorrow. I can tell you that I'm pretty fadey on it myself. Bruins versus the Canucks. Bruins are coming off. This is that 3-game Western road trip. Very tough, this Western road trip for a lot of teams. The Canucks are well rested. Bruins are playing on a back-to-back. However, they played Halak last night. They're going to be playing Rask tonight, which is their far better goaltender. Canucks will be playing Markstrom. I will say one thing here, and I'm not sure why. I kind of lean to an over on this game. As far as the picks are concerned, you'll have to wait for tomorrow. Or go over to Patreon right now. Panthers versus the Knights. Panthers are, it's the Bobrovsky syndrome there. That is the biggest problem with the Panthers. They would probably be up there with Tampa, rolling over the league if Bobrovsky was playing like Bobrovsky. For the Golden Knights, I've liked their flow since DeBoer took over. It's the reason why I took them to beat Tampa Bay. Panthers have been on the road a long time. I think you might be able to put 2 and 2 together here, but we can wait until the picks tomorrow. I'm getting long here. Avs are playing 3 games in 4 nights against the Kings. The Kings have lost a lot of players in trade. I think the morale might be a little low there. Kings team against a tired Avs team, very interesting. I might lean to the under here. So there's a couple picks there. I'm wondering if I start doing this, maybe what I'll do is I'll start doing more of the over-unders, and then you can see the MLs. That's what I think I'll do. I think it's what I'll start doing now. But this video has gone long enough. It certainly has. I know you're sitting there going, I've got things to do there, Mr. Perlo. Can't be watching you all day. Well, I don't know why, but you should be able to find at least some time to do that. But you do, because you just did. Anyways, that's my full for. Oh, like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. We're not getting very close to the whole like thing. If we need 100 likes between BPOWs and mine, and we'll do a draw for $25 for anyone who's in the comment section that day. I got to get to bed. A little tired, a little fatigued. Gonna go soak in some pearls and go nighty-night. Have a great day. Lots of love to you.